Being the richest man in the world doesn't guarantee that you will always make the right financial choices. Since completing his $44 billion Twitter takeover, Chief Twit Elon Musk has been in the news daily. This isn't because people are thrilled at the prospect of the world's richest man assuming control of the service. Instead, it's because of all the jarring, seemingly constant modifications he's made to the social platform since he seized power. Keep watching to find out if Elon Musk is wrong or right about Twitter and free speech. The widespread consensus among users and analysts is that Musk has no idea what he is doing with Twitter. However, one could claim that the abrupt modifications are intended to redesign the growth strategy completely. In an interview a few weeks ago, Elon Musk said that activist groups lobbying advertisers were to blame for Twitter's huge loss in revenue during his tenure as CEO. His argument has some validity to it. A letter was issued to the CEOs of major corporations, including Anheuser-Busch, Apple, Coca-Cola, and Disney, from civil rights groups who wanted them to communicate their worries about brand security on the site to Musk. The organization's organizers then said that increased racist and hateful tweets justified their demand that businesses stop spending money on Twitter ads. While Musk may have a point that activist pressure contributed to the decline in income, he still bears some of the blame. The owner of Twitter is the wealthiest person in the world, and he did tweet a series of nasty and moronic jokes, including one about the attack on Paul Pelosi, husband of House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, which he has since deleted. The CEO of an advertising technology startup, Mike Mack, Rachel Typograph, remarked that companies did not want their names associated with such material and conduct. Typograph explained that brand safety issues are at the heart of the matter. At this time, advertisers are not seeking to be linked with the events now unfolding on Twitter, says one analyst. Following Musk's arrival, many major corporations, including GM and VW, have temporarily halted spending on Twitter, and the world's largest advertising agency, Interpublic Group, has advised its clients to do the same. Due to the high reliance on advertising revenue, the social media site is in danger of a boycott. When put next to industry giants like Facebook and Google, Twitter's enormous impact on culture and society, the company could not build a successful online advertising business. 6 of Twitter's 8 years since its initial public offering has been unprofitable. Compared to Facebook's $118 billion and Alphabet, the parent company of Google, which had $257 billion in sales in 2021, it had earnings of $5 billion. In the second quarter, Twitter saw a decrease in revenue compared to last year's period. Len Sherman, an adjunct professor at Columbia Business School, remarked, "In my humble opinion, to use a very technical term, their business sucks and they need a radical transformation." Musk spent $44 billion to buy the company. He took out a $13 billion loan as part of the agreement and must now repay it. Sherman added that he got a company with very poor targeting capabilities in an ad-based business where that is essential for his money. I kind of laugh because I keep getting Twitter-promoted ads in my stream for companies that would be better directed to 13-year-old girls. After the deal was finalized in late October, Musk did himself no favors. Not only has he posted and retweeted content that has been called into question, but he needs to be consistent in outlining what he means by free speech and acceptable content on the platform. He has also abruptly fired roughly half of Twitter's staff almost immediately, raising further questions about content moderation. If a company is concerned about potential harm to its reputation, it will often suspend promotional efforts. Many companies in 2017 withdrew their advertising from YouTube, owned by Alphabet, due to worries that their commercials would be shown alongside extremist content. In a swift response at the time, YouTube officials enabled third-party verification of material and added staff to delete the objectionable videos. The firm quickly recovered as advertisers resumed their support. Musk likes to adopt an aggressive stance toward marketers. According to Musk, "A thermonuclear name and shame is exactly what will happen if this continues," in response to a tweet in which he names the firms that are abandoning Twitter so that his followers may boycott those brands. Musk, however, is pursuing a complex way to remove users. Kathy Griffin's account was deleted after she impersonated Musk on Twitter, and Sarah Silverman's was temporarily suspended for the same reason. It was a mistake for Elon to be the face of content moderation, according to Jeff Siebert, the former head of consumer product at Twitter and current co-founder of Digits. When dealing with policy infractions, Twitter has often used a collaborative approach. Siebert said, "If you put one person in charge of it, I think you start seeing random decisions like this that then cause people to lose trust." Under Musk's leadership, Twitter's advertising business has already declined. Advertising budget cuts on Twitter are widespread, according to data from Mike Mack, whose clients include Colgate, Unilever, and General Mills. Media traffic, or the number of times users click an ad, fell 68% for Twitter between October 1 and November 7, reports Mike Mack. Before that, the figures had been rising. Media traffic on Twitter surged by 56.3% between July 1 and September 30, and 326% between April 1 and June 30. According to Typograph, we were actually seeing an increase in Twitter traffic. We noticed a dramatic traffic shift when rumors about Elon Musk's possible purchase began circulating. What began as an intention to free the bird has now morphed into a farce of events, with new alterations going out now and again. Musk fired many of Twitter's then top executives within hours of his takeover, which had a devastating financial impact on the firm. The billionaire intervened with the core team and implemented several significant product feature adjustments. The blue tick evolved to a paid membership whose price was the subject of a running joke. An official label was declared, only rescinded shortly after that. 90% of the company's personnel in a critical market like India were let go all at once due to widespread layoffs. Musk continued his stream of consciousness, megalomaniacal ramblings on his official, not parody, Twitter account. In case this wasn't painful enough, reports indicate that several high-level executives have resigned in the last few hours. All this has become a significant source of worry for some of Twitter's essential stakeholders, the advertisers. According to CNBC, Twitter's worldwide marketing staff is responsible for tasks like reporting and data surrounding ad success. In Musk's view, subscriptions are the key to recovering Twitter's finances. For $8 per month, he offers users the chance to join the verified ranks and access unique benefits. Given the intensity of the criticism, Elon Musk posted a picture of a t-shirt reading, "Your feedback is appreciated." Musk has already alluded to his desire to transform Twitter into a super app, like China's WeChat, where users can chat, stream videos, and make purchases. However, he will require willing collaborators. According to Janine Turner, a Georgetown University's communication, culture, and technology program professor, his robust approach against corporations who have suspended ads on the site isn't a good picture as he pursues more collaborations to make Twitter into the social media platform he envisions. Turner said, "The big issue for him, I would think, would be trust. I don't see people trusting him with all of that information." Twitter's less advanced ad tracking technologies and targeting capabilities make it a less vital distribution channel for many brands. Typograph noted potential in connected televisions and streaming services, and Amazon's expanding online advertising business for retailers are emerging. Co-CEO of the nonprofit organization Free Press, Jessica Gonzalez, has been less than impressed with Musk's antics. Gonzalez was among the civil rights leaders who met with Musk last week to voice their alarm over the increase in anti-Black and anti-Jewish rhetoric on the social media platform Twitter. The same group has been calling for an end to advertising initiatives. When Musk told the gathering that Twitter was on their side, Gonzalez said she was open to giving him the benefit of the doubt. But after hearing his subsequent speech and learning that he has laid off half the employees, she is seriously considering whether or not to continue working with him. When asked whether she planned to speak with Musk again to address Twitter's policy on objectionable content, she responded, "I don't know. Probably the best reason is that he made some promises in that meeting and then went back on them like 2 days later," Gonzalez explained. He had been decimated by the company's enormous layoffs, making it challenging to maintain whatever technological and commercial advancements had been made. Musk recently held an all-hands conference in the San Francisco offices of his most recent acquisition, Twitter, in response to growing confusion among his staff. The billionaire was true to form and made some stunning remarks at the meeting. As reported by The Verge, he said, "We just definitely need to bring in more cash than we spend. If we don't do that, and there's a massive negative cash flow, then bankruptcy is not out of the question." To investors, the idea of one of the largest social media platforms being owned by the world's wealthiest person and then facing the possibility of collapse is not compelling. Musk recently sold billions of dollars worth of Tesla shares, which makes this situation even worse for Twitter's investors. The current financial state of the corporation has yet to be well received by its shareholders. Shareholders remain the ones that have been punched repeatedly by the Musk Twitter antics, said Wedbush Securities senior analyst Daniel Ives to CNBC. The stock now is deep in the investor penalty box until deliveries hit in early January and we get a better sense of the 2023 production trajectory. Unfortunately, Musk's careless acts have also drawn scrutiny from the U.S. Federal Trade Commission, FTC. After many of Twitter's top executives left, raising concerns that the company may be breaking regulatory directives, the commission said it is closely monitoring the platform with grave concern. Everyone who has been keeping up with the latest Twitter issue knows that Musk's actions have the potential to cause significant damage to the corporation. Several of the company's stakeholders have been critical of the new CEO due to his careless judgments following the debt-financed purchase. But will the wealthiest guy in the world succeed or not? Hit that subscribe button and we'll let you know.